Hello and welcome to SoBricks. I'm Adam and this is SoBricks. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego Classic Brick Separator. This is set number 630 in this poly bag. It has one piece and I paid $5 for this. So on the Lego Shop at Home website, it does list this with this item number as part of like Lego Classic in terms of the theme, which are like you might see there's like Lego Classic sets I don't cover a ton, that they're just like an assortment of pieces. They maybe have some ideas, some inspiration and different thing in there, some instructions for basic things here. But this poly bag is technically part of Lego Classic, and I'm excited to get into this, see what it has to offer. I paid $5 for it. It does say it's retired online, but I don't know if that's referring to like just the poly bag of this, or if this is something that they're still producing in other capacities or anything like that. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting thing here. So we will get into this. That's what I'm going to do. So in this video, I'm going to open this up. I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so that is this Lego Classic Brick Separator. This is interesting. It comes together really quick here, but this is kind of unique. You know, they don't make actually a ton of pieces or sets like this, so I'll kind of go through the build. It is just one piece, so nothing needs to be put together. We do have kind of these ridges here. I don't know if those are actually serve any like purpose in terms of the Lego system, or if that texture is maybe more for like grip or for whatever, something like that. Of course, we do have in this case a Lego logo on there, but that is not printed. That is like molded in, so it's actually inset in the plastic, which is cool to see them do something like that. That's kind of a unique thing. We've got the Technics axle here, just a couple studs on the end there. If we flip it over, we can see on the back we have kind of the sort of what looks like the underside of a brick, where studs could fit in there, so we could attach this to something. And then it is hollow under here. There is a little bit more of the part information on the back, and it says, I think this says it's from 2010. It's really hard to see in there. And then it kind of has some ridges on the bottom as well. There are these walls, which I want to say are similar to like the wall of a bracket. They are not as big as a typical like tile or Lego plate there, and then it tapers down at the end where it gets even narrower, almost at the very tip here, such that this could fit between Lego pieces that you might not be able to get apart, I suppose. And so that is sort of everything that's in this. Yeah, this is interesting. One of my favorite things to do on my channel is being able to look at like different models of or like different Lego versions of kind of the same design. So like a UCS style thing versus a play scale thing versus, a micro scale thing or something like that. So let me see if I can actually find one of these, an older one of these here. One moment. Okay, so I was able to find one. Now this is one of the times where this is one that I had. This is the one that I just opened, that I bought sealed. This one is a different color, and it almost looks like it's the exact same mold, the exact same piece. I'm not sure if it has, actually the kind of text on the inside of this one's a little bit easier to see in my mind. This is kind of like a sand bluish kind of gray teal kind of color, and they have the same date, but I don't know if there's other information down here about maybe the color of plastic that these are. So I'm really trying to, because that one says like 211, and this one actually says 501, but they're printed, or not printed, they are kind of engraved on there, or molded in there a little bit, and they're different. They're in different orientations. I don't know if that's actually a reference to a date or what that could be. And then the the part number, I don't know if that corresponds to something else. I don't know. I'm just trying to read all the information that's on the inside here. But I do like to be able to compare these. So this is the new one. And as you can see, they are pretty much the same shape, same size. So the scale here doesn't really change. It's kind of like a color swap, which they've done before. This one I did not get, brand new in a poly bag. It's just one that I had from back in the day. But I think for the most part, these are like the identical piece, identical sets here. Of course, like we could, attach these together, just showing where these these studs or kind of the anti-studs could go on there. I think technically if I were to look at like a jumper plate or something, they do have the extra kind of cutout in between these two studs to make this grip onto there. The axle kind of Technic bit here, we could put any number of different pieces on there and extend that out if we wanted to. It's also, I believe, used to push out the axles that might get like stuck in a piece or in an assembly when we're like putting beams together, or I don't know. So that's kind of a handy little tool there. It does stick out a little bit. Overall, these are pretty much the same. I don't know if I had to choose between one of these, this newer one on the right versus the one on the left, the kind of older one here. I don't know if I would be able to, like, at this point, pick a favorite. I think I'll have to just spend some more time with these here. So that is that's pretty cool. That is this Lego Classic brick separator. I'll show the extra pieces, and there are no extra pieces. There's just the one piece, so no extra pieces over here. And this set is one piece, no minifigures, and it retails for $5. That's what I paid for it. That was the price I paid for it. Now, I believe these have been kind of, like Lego Shop at Home website says they're retired. I don't know on the aftermarket for someone to look at like Bricklink, for example, what these would go for. I'm imagining it's a lot less than than the $5 I paid, but getting it in the sealed poly bag is a little bit different there. So I understand that like I'm paying a little bit of a premium for that. In terms of the value, I'm not, super, I'm not like crazy about this. Actually, if we were to go back, unfortunately, I don't have any of the brick separators from, way back in the day. They've actually done different ones that have, either there was several of them that did not have the axle element there. They were like wider generally. So there's a couple different versions of these. And if you look on Bricklink, the sets versus the parts, there's like 630-1. This is 630-3. And for that part, I think the part number is maybe 96874. It looks to me that there is, 3 colors of this. There's apparently a green one. I think those are a lot more rare, and I don't know if those were only in like certain sets. I think the Palace Cinema modular building, which I would love to get, I think comes with this. I mean, maybe the green one is in a lot more sets than I'm thinking, but I'm not 100% sure. I think the orange one that I have here is probably the most common, which, just for the purposes of talking about the value of this, I mean, these are pretty inexpensive in the secondary market. So let me see if there's a different one besides the Horizon Express, which 2013, and the Palace Cinema might have come with green, and then the rest of them come with maybe either the orange or the dark turquoise. So this is a piece that you can get in many other sets. There's not a super crucial reason to get it in the polybag format. I don't frankly think $5 is a very good price. I did not buy this directly from Lego. I got this polybag set from a store that's like somewhat local to me that I buy and sell a lot of Lego to, and I wanted to pick this up. And I understand it's retired, it's whatever, it was sealed, and I don't know how common those are. It does appear to me that on Bricklink, maybe the orange ones are worth a couple pennies. I think I'm seeing like 3 cents or something like that. There's some in near me that I could get for a couple pennies, a couple cents there, which is pretty inexpensive, all things considered. Way less than what I paid for this. And I don't know actually what the retail price was. If I had to kind of check, because it's retired, it doesn't say it anymore on the Lego website. So I can try and see here. It looks like this one had a manufacturer's like suggested retail price of $2.50. So, and I think this retired, or at least the set was listed on the Lego.com shop at home website, for actually a really long shelf life, from the end of 2011 all the way till kind of the beginning of 2023. So it did retire since then. For a sealed one, I ended up paying essentially double what the recommended retail price was for this. And I've talked about this a lot with other things. Sometimes when I'm looking at retired sets or odd sets, and I do try to get sealed ones, the aftermarket or the secondary market can go a lot of different ways. In this case, I was pretty sure I was overpaying for it a bit, but I still wanted to take a look at this, and I am happy I did. I just think it should probably be a little bit cheaper. Even the $2.50 or $2.49 recommended retail price is probably a little bit more than I would like to see this coming at from the Lego group, but that is what it is, buying Lego in 2025. And so I'm at peace with this. And, I think I like this. I think there's some play here. There's like definitely could get a lot of like use in just like hands-on use for different stuff, would fit in with many other Lego sets and Lego products. Could be really useful for that. And I think they look pretty good as well. I mean, I think this is a nice looking thing here. The last thing I wanted to point out is just like no instructions in the bag. So I did have to look those up online, which is fine if that eliminates, some of the paper that's used. And then I guess, I don't know if transitioning to like paper bags for all sets, including polybags, if that's happening, maybe these will come back with different packaging, but at least for now, this is the packaging that I got this in. And I think that's it. So great. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button down below so you can stay up to date on all the LEGO videos I'll be doing here in the future, including more LEGO Classic stuff, maybe, if people like it, more polybags, and then tons of other LEGO sets from all different themes, all different shape, size, price point, piece count, old sets, new sets, retired sets, sometimes used sets, and lots of other stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of my upcoming LEGO videos. And then if you wanted to support this channel and support my videos here, you can do that if you would like. You can give money to the channel. That helps financially support the channel. That's like on YouTube available with membership, supers, and thanks. There's a Patreon, it's linked in the video description. There's a Buy Me a Coffee link. There's some affiliate links. I don't think there'll be one for this set, but maybe check that out. And if you click on one of those affiliate links and buy something for yourself at no additional cost to you, I might get a small percentage of something as a commission or whatever. And so there are ways to support the channel if you're interested. I appreciate it. Every little bit helps, and it does add up, so it means a lot to me. Thank you very much. And with all that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.